because that would be part 2, wouldn't it? So he comes home. This is the last chance. He calls. I'm cooking supper. And I don't even know if it's him because my mother gets phone calls from people and it isn't them who called when I check later. Okay, and you know they're calling her and they sound like people and they tell her, oh, you know, so-and-so is living in town now. And my mother said, did you not know? And then later she can't remember again anyway. But everybody here sounds like somebody else. Like, this is Carlton Place, your sister. This is Carlton Place, your mother. This is Carlton Place, your brother-in-law's cousin or nephew or whatever, right? So he calls on the phone, or somebody calls on the phone, and our phone doesn't even have call display. I'm on my way home now, and I mean, there's so many men who look like him with his car. I mean, my daughter is in a lot of jeopardy. And I'm bringing home the separation agreement, and he shows Sila, the new girlfriend, the real estate girlfriend, and she's been a really good guide to him because she knows all the rules. And if you don't, we can do this the easy way, or I can go on to the court. And I said, you're going to have to go on to the court because when I married you for better or for worse, richer or poorer, sickness and health. So this home is our marriage home. Our belongings, chattel or not, whatever she says when she comes to the door, are our marriage belongings. And they belong to our child, which is what our marriage ended up being about. And they belong to our child in a stable home where we agreed as to logical, intellectual, intelligent beings before we came to the loss of intellect, where our intellect fell off into the great void that's over our heads. And so anyway, he's going to go to the courts. And I said, well, you know, he said, so I don't know if he meant me or himself, but you don't really want me to go to the courts or somebody else who's at me. And I said, well, actually, you have to go to the courts because some of what's gone on here, I can't deal with any other way unless you go to the courts. So he went, I don't know if he went to the courts because everything with him is a joke. Because first there's papers here, and now there's no papers. But what they're used to here is strong-arming a woman into just starting to have, you know, a bunch of people with the right jobs come into the house and walk around and look all buddy-buddy with them and, you know, put the sign on the lawn and start packing and letting you know that everything you own is going to be touched and probably taken by people who come and look at the house, or you're going to be called messy and you just can't get it tidied up anymore because there's no way to know where anything is. And he comes looking for the one thing that you know you packed at the beginning and you have to go dig it all out. And they put the house up. So now they've sold the house and split it all up. Nobody knows. Okay? Nobody there, nobody can help. Not that anybody in Ontario understands to help anymore anyway, where we're all 10 feet over our head with the Nazi there. And so that's all sold out from under you. Dividing your money or whatnot. But then he only wants a separation, not a divorce in a court, because apparently the other law that his lawyer friend told him about was that I, who has never spent a penny past having to live where he's put me to live, which comes out of his check because it's just the bills for the house. And he buys the groceries, so he chooses the groceries. When I was working, I would go and buy groceries, but I only bought the dollar food when it was on sale for $1. I bought my daughter's clothes when it was on sale. But I bought it out of actual cash that I had in my actual account. And then the rest went to bills. But apparently I'm going to be half responsible for every bill. So last year he said, that's okay, I'll take all the responsibility of the bills. I said, well, fine.